Love, 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 love you guys. And love, 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 love. Sending a bunch of light, love, blessings. I just have a message today because God is so good and He's very faithful, so we need to keep that in mind. But self-care, guys. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to love ourselves. Seriously. There's no way that we could possibly love another or give that genuine love to someone else if we're hurting within. Like, it projects that hurt. I know this all too well, and I hurt for a long time, because I was hurt growing up, or I had a lot of resentment. But I came to the understanding that, God loves us so unconditionally and with no expectation other than to love, others and to show that love. But if we don't love ourselves because we treat ourselves so harshly, we're so hard on ourselves. I am very guilty of that. I have a dear friend that, tells me all the time that I'm very hard on myself, but I don't have people around me to kind of push me through these things, so I literally need to do it on my own. Or I just I study, I meditate a lot, so it gives me that sense of peace within to love others into, because I never had that encouragement. I feel like it's my duty because God gave me that encouragement that I feel like I have to do that. So I do love encouraging my friends. I love building my friends up. I don't like when my friends are being mistreated, but there's no point in arguing with people or that you have to convince of your character. That's another thing I learned. There's no point. There's no point on giving someone your energy when they don't care to give it to you in return, or your intentions. So don't convince someone of your true intentions, because there's no convincing them. So in tune with your own heart, in tune with your mind, soul, just for the fact that we've overcome so much. And over these past few months, I can testify to it, that there's plenty of times that I wanted to give up. There's plenty of times that I wanted to, just not care and be, hateful and just like, because you've hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you, but it's not my character to do so, and I don't hold grudges. So I believe that hinders our soul. I believe that hinders our growth. So my best advice is, to forgive them, because you don't want them to have power over you, to stop you from loving another person or being with someone else just because they hurt you. Like, it's their loss. Yeah. So remain in your truth. Know who you are, because you are awesome. And live in freedom. To be able to express oneself is, it takes a lot of courage. It really does. I don't see myself as strong as people see me and as courageous as people see me and driven. I always feel like I could do more. Clearly, I'm very hard on myself, but just because, I want to be the example for my children. I want to be that one to be like, for them to look up to, for emotional support, for, to be able to encourage them to be creative, like I try to push my kids to be very creative, and I feel like I do the job, but these kids just sometimes don't get it. But praying for them and showing them love conditionally, and that's the best that we could possibly do, because it's so healing. It's very healing to receive that gratitude and appreciation from those ones that you love, and I do get it from my children a lot. My daughter, God, she's the perfect example of what I would have loved for me to be shown, you know. So I do express that to her. I believe we all should give our children a better outcome on life, you know, even though things are as hard as they are now, for them to stay true to themselves and true to their passions. There's always a way, you know. God makes a way, and just to be awoke, to not be dead in the spirit, because dead in the spirit, it's like you're a walking zombie, you know, and there's no joy and peace in your life, and you want to be able to grasp that peace, that joy, that power that we all have within us, that God planted within us, you know, and to be nurturing to those around us, to be, you know, in peace and love and unity, you know. And that's what a lot of people don't have, and it's very sad to see, you know, families broken up and everything. But I believe that if they're not there with good intention or genuine care, love, not to criticize you, not to, you did this, they did that, you know, arguments, drama, it's just, you know, it's not welcoming. So I do separate myself from that. I separate myself just because I don't feel like I can be myself, you know. People want to judge just because, you know, they don't like me, or, you know, they don't like you, they don't like, you know, the things that you do or whatever, you know. But that's all within them, you know. Do what you do, be awesome, do your best to be the best version of you, and it does bring happiness. I've worked on this over and over and over and over again. I've tried to please people. I'm a very people-pleasing person, and I love to please people. I love people, you know. I loved my job. I loved it. I loved to go and see happy faces and be the goofy one, and, you know, but when it's time to work, it's time to work, and I'm very adamant about that. But just to be aware of our intentions, to be aware right now of where we see ourselves within, to grow, to know ourselves better, to know what brings us happiness and peace and love and genuine care, because it all starts within. Because once you grow, I believe, which I have grown a lot because I've tested my emotions in a way, you know, because when you come across this person that hurt you so bad and you've forgiven them, you know, over and over again, because you feel that just like when they're near, or when you hear their voice, or when you hear about them, you're like, no. It really comes from a place to where we have to love ourselves. You know, I had to come within me and, you know, forgive myself, love myself, give myself, because what we seek in others, that approval, that love, that acceptance, you know, when we seek that of others, we already have it within us. We already have that acceptance within us, because we know our intentions, we know who we are. Stand in your truth, be awesome, and do your best. And that's all you can do. Don't explain to no one. Don't convince no one of your intention. You know, just be you, and all those that do not align with your person and your well-being are going to vanish. They're not going to mean anything anymore. And for those that hurt you, are going to see one day how when you're not there, you know, it happens that way. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. So surrender to God all those burdens right now, because it's the best time to do so. There's not a better time, you know. And just every day, you know, bring discipline into your routine. Every day, make a point to encourage yourself, love yourself. Be there as much as you can for others. Just don't give your full energy. You know, we can only help others so much. Like, they have to put their part. Yeah, spiritual guidance is the way, and I believe that God does show his children. God does show us signs. God does give us wonders. So we just need to be open and receptive to those things. Just stand in your power, be confident, you know, be courageous, and live diligently. I mean, live with intention, live with love, live with acceptance of your own heart, of your own intentions. Know who you are. Love yourself. Love, 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 love you.